What's up, everybody? It's Kyle, Brent, and Morgan of the Arcade Hack. With our fifth podcast, we're going to be talking some anime today, video games, and a couple other things, even some movies. So we'll start off with I actually finished watching this anime the other day called Sword Art Online. Pretty. It's actually really good. Had quite a few people talking about it. I think Morgan, you were one of them. I'll get Morgan to explain it because I'm pretty
I don't know
terrible.
what you're talking about.
Liar.
I've never heard of it, bro.
I assure you I have no idea what that is. But yeah, Morgan, why don't you explain it? Because you're a bit better than me explaining it, of course.
I don't know. I've never watched it, so I mean, I can try to get the gist of it.
Wish you weren't a fucking liar.
Anyway, so basically, it's a bunch of guys, well, I guess guys and girls, playing this video game that's come out on its virtual reality. I can hear my echo right now. And I lost my train of thought now.
Not sure I know. Anyways.
I assure you.
Yeah, sorry I've done this before.
Anyway, yeah, so they get trapped inside this video game, and they can't log out or anything, and if you die in the game, you die in real life. And if somebody takes off the helmet you put on for virtual reality, you die. Basically, the only way to get out of the game is by beating 100 levels of this giant tower.
Yeah, and it's kind of cool because I really liked it, the fact that I don't know, like a lot of times when they have like the game, they just focus that, they try to make it as, I guess, like real as possible. I actually like the fact that they were like referenced that they're like, this is the problem with a lot of MMOs, and like they actually referenced a lot that they were in this game, so that people didn't really, I guess get too, I don't know, you kind of got to feel better for like the players and like what they're actually going through, and that they were players, not just NPCs and shit. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it, but like I said, the first half of the series, pretty good. The second half wasn't bad, but I don't know, I
How
didn't.
many episodes are we talking?
25.
25.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
So it's not really horrible. Apparently Morgan was telling me today they're making a second season, and apparently it's going to be like a first-person shooter, but it's still going to be called Sword Art Online, which is kind of weird. But I never got that. But the second game they play is actually kind of like, I don't know, it reminded me of World of Warcraft, but I was so confused because the second season, or the second, yeah, they had so many characters that look the same. I was explaining that to you at work today. It was like so many characters that look the same, and then the first episode of the second half of the season was like they showed the new intro, so that shows them in the new game. Like, when the fuck did they all become elves? I was like so confused. I was like, what happened?
I know.
I was like, they got out of this game. Actually, what had happened when they got out, I was like, there's still a lot of episodes left. I was like so confused. I was like,
confused too. I was like, is this all gonna take place in the real world now? Or...
yeah, it was really, really well done though. I actually was starting to watch Fairy Tail as well. Another anime, but I don't know. I kind of could get into it, but kind of couldn't. So.
I read about it. Like I read it manga a lot.
Oh really?
Again,
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like it'd be okay. I just haven't really maybe I just haven't given it enough of a chance, but yeah, it seems okay. I have to say though, the character from Sword Art, the main guy, Kirito. I think the one thing I liked about him the most was the fact that he wasn't like your typical. He wasn't your typical like guy hero who was like, because usually I always make them like this whiny bitch. But he was kind of cool because he had those moments, but like most of the time he was like a composed badass. Like he was always just like, "Yep, fuck this. I'm gonna get like throw down." Like I like that about
and
him.
he stays by himself for like almost
Yeah.
the entire
Yeah.
time until he's like, you know what? Yeah, I guess I'll join you.
Yeah. Well, and I think I was explaining this to you, Morgan, is that I enjoyed how like, yeah, they really focused on like, how everything affected him and everything else. Like when he was fighting, he would like look back to how like all the people that he had lost. Like I think that was the best part about the first part of the season is that yeah, they couldn't log out because they would die. Because in the second part of it, they can kind of log out. But in the first part, is like it was so much more epic. Like when they were having boss fights, because it was like if someone died, they were gone, right? Whereas in this one, like they could log out and stuff, and if they died, it was like the end of the world. But I don't know. It's that was my gripes with it, I guess. But hopefully the second season will be just as good. But you been watching any other animes, Morgan?
Cell World.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've
No
been.
idea what the other world is video games.
I gotta start watching Titan or Attack on Titan. But
I started that one, but I couldn't get into it.
see, I think it pissed me off. I think I'd get into it more because like I was talking to my friend Chris, and he has like he's got the American Netflix, I guess, and they have like they have on that one they have an actual English dub for it, whereas like on ours it's just like you basically just have subtitles and like I think I would just because most of the time I watch stuff while I'm playing video games, right? So, but I think I'd get more into it if that was the case.
I like having the subtitles a lot better than having English dub because I find the voices are just retarded on English.
Yeah, I was talking to my cousins about that yesterday. Actually, they were saying that yeah, like it's almost better watching the Japanese ones because like they have so much more conviction in their voice and like they sound so much more like I don't know, like into it, I guess. But yeah, I guess teach their own, right? I just like it because like I don't know, I'll be lazy. I'll be honest, I'm lazy. I don't like reading, like sitting there having to read it all the time. But
So what you're saying is you're uneducated?
yeah, sure, I'm one of them morons. But no, it's you know what? There's a lot of good animes out there, and I mean most of them usually have the English dubs. I mean for me, like I'm a huge like fucking Full Metal Alchemist fan, which to me it's like it's the standard to which I hold anime, which some people may agree with, some people may not. But yeah, big movie news today. They announced the cast of Star Wars Episode 7, which is pretty sweet. That's pretty
A
awesome.
ton of people that nobody knows and people from the old one.
Yeah, well, they brought all the classics back. Yeah, well, they brought the classics back, which is sweet. Like, I mean, Mark Hamill does not look like he's aged too well in the picture that they showed of him. But, I don't know, Harrison Ford's not bad. I mean, Carrie Fisher's kind of a bit fatter, but that's really about it. And then, I mean, some of the actors, yeah, like some of them are lesser known, but I mean, the guy who does the voice for Gollum is one of them. Guy who plays Ron's older brother in Deathly Hallows Part 2 is in it. There's this other classic actor. I think he's been like The Exorcist in a couple of other movies. And who's the other? Oh, and the guy from who is the main orderly in Sucker Punch is in it as well. So I mean, they got those guys. And then the rest of them, I mean, I've never really seen them in anything. But they have work cited on IMDb, but I don't know, nothing I've really heard of or care to remember if that.
This doesn't really matter anyways. It's too early to like judge.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what story they're going to use. That's what I'm really curious about because they said like
Use any of them from the book.
see they're not they said they weren't going to use any stories that currently exist, which means they're not going to use the books, which is kind of shitty because they have the content there. There's tons of it like because I mean they have they have Luke and his like wife and like their and Luke and his wife's kid and yeah, and, like Leia and Han's kid, like and them like Reese, yeah, kids. Sorry, yeah. So like they have all them like.
I know your Star Wars.
Well, I've only read part of that book they gave me. Someone finished it. So, but yeah, like they have like that whole bit of story with them, like basically reinvigorating like the Jedi Temple and everything else, and like they have all this sweet story there. It's just I don't know why they would use it, but then it confuses me because they brought back all the classic characters. So I'm kind of curious to know what they're going to do. So.
I might need to-
It'd be interesting. I wonder how long it'll be before we know.
Yeah, well, they announced that the release date of the actual film is December 18th, 2015. So. Still another like.
So long.
Well, I mean, honestly, I thought it was going to be longer. I thought it was going to be like 2017 or some shit. Like, to be honest, but.
They said it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
When did you say it was?
2015.
That's not terrible.
John Boyega.
Yeah.
Ivers.
Yeah.
I don't know who any of these people
Well, honestly, I didn't know. But looking at their names, I was like, "Who the fuck are these guys?"
are. And
Until I.
Fisher, Harrison Ford are gonna be so old now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Harrison Ford when he's got his when he's in like fucking full makeup and shit, he doesn't look like overly terrible. Like he still like excuse me, he still looks like not like awful. I mean, they can make people look pretty young. I mean, even
Carrie Fisher was terrible.
oh yeah, she's got
so old.
yeah, but
I'm gonna have to
I'll
look
look
this up now.
yeah. trying to think what else is coming. Actually, I totally forgot. My girlfriend actually had to remind me that that Spider-Man is coming, is gonna be out like this weekend. Because I was like, yeah, we're gonna go see Captain America, and then she's like, oh, she's like, was it Spider-Man's coming out this weekend? We're gonna go see that. I was like, oh my god, I forgot. She's like, seriously, you didn't know? And I was like, I guess. And I was like, what the fuck?
I
Like
just
how
don't care.
Spider-Man looks like it's gonna be so good. Man, they got.
I should eventually, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it.
Oh, I was actually really impressed with the last one, but like with the Amazing Spider-Man, it's better storylines too. I mean, I found that was like the typical Spider-Man story that most people know is like the Tobey Maguire ones, like right where yeah, it was kind of I don't know, for lack of better words, it's a lot more Disney and like family friendly. Whereas like the Amazing Spider-Man was to me like that was the more what's the word I'm looking for here? It was the more real Spider-Man. Like they concentrated, there was a lot more like despair, and it really showed like I don't know, it really focused a lot more on him being like this hero and like all the shit he went through, and like focused a lot on like his lost loved ones because like there's a lot more people who die. But yeah,
That makes it sound way more awesome.
well it was kind of neat though because like even if you read like the House of M where it's supposed to be like the Scarlet Witch puts everybody in like their ideal situation. They're all living in the city, and like I think it's everyone but Wolverine is in this like fantasy world, and like Peter Parker, like none of his loved ones died, and he had like yeah, none of his family members died, and he was married, he had a kid, and then like when he gets snapped out of it, he's like, no, he's like, why would you take me away from that? He like freaks the fuck out because like he realizes how shitty his fucking life is. But yeah, it was pretty crazy.
I just realized I need to watch a shit ton of TV shows that I've missed over the past few days.
Yeah. So
I
there's
realize I'm never gonna catch up on all the shows I want to watch.
yeah, it's there's just too much. There's too many good shows out there. Actually, Morgan, I finished watching the 100, that was actually really good. Watched
Didn't finish watching it. I
well
finished it.
everything that's out at the moment. I've watched all like 6 episodes, I think it is now. It was actually really well done. Like it definitely reminds me of
Yeah.
Lost. But
It's basically like that
Lord of the Flies, yeah, Lord of the Flies. You know what? I was thinking about that the other day, and I was like, yeah, it totally exactly is just like exactly like Lord of the Flies.
not exactly.
Kinda. It's pretty close. I mean,
Differences.
well, yeah, but it's
Very,
like,
very similar.
yeah, to me it's kind of like a combination of like, yeah, Lost and Lord of the Flies. Yeah. Yeah. God, this game's so racist.
Anyway,
Yeah,
there's only like 5 days till Star Wars Day. Just saying.
Yeah. May the 4th be with you.
I wonder if
Yeah.
they're gonna make any announcements on.
Yeah. Apparently, there was an article on College Humor. Apparently, there's like 5 big Easter egg announcements that they've made in the past little while that like no one really caught on to. But yeah, yeah, I have to actually read the article. But
It's sad because the only thing I can think of on Star Wars Day now is that I have a dentist appointment.
May the 4th be with you, Brent.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah, all
God.
I have to think of is how annoying I'm gonna be to everybody.
Yeah, there was a article or I think a picture I saw today. It was like, what did it say? Oh yeah, it was don't believe in or don't do May the 4th be with you, and it's like a bunch of stormtroopers. They have their attack ad on the May 4th. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Hang on a second here. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't really watched much else though. It's really what I'm watching. The 100 and what's it called that other thing? The words that are escaping me right now. And Sword Art Online. I gotta watch like Welcome to NHK or whatever it is, and there's a couple other ones that are the more like I guess people deem them the more classic animes. I guess would be the best way to put it. Trigun wasn't bad. Trinity Blood's another really good one. Different take on vampires, for once, not sparkly bitches. But yeah.
I completely zoned out there. What's happening?
God. All right,
Hey,
yeah.
Steven.
So we'll talk some video games now. one thing I've always I always love playing is the Lego games that they've made. I've been playing. Well, I played the Star Wars ones when they first came out, and they were fucking fantastic. I never played the Indiana Jones one. I tried playing the Bat.
Those games so bad.
Yeah, I tried playing the Batman one, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. But I have the Marvel superheroes one, and it's super hilarious because like they've got the custom dialogue now. Because the original Star Wars ones, they actually didn't have any they didn't have any of the they didn't have voices. Like they just had like kind of like huh and like grunts and like kind of I guess like I don't know sound effects just to kind of like motion what people are doing. But they had all that, and it was it was okay, but. Now, like with the Marvel superheroes one, like they have like voice actors and stuff, and they have like a lot of cheesy lines. Like Hulk, instead of saying "You wouldn't like me when I'm angry," he's like, "I'm cheesed. You wouldn't like me when I'm cheesed," which is like super stupid, but it's fucking hilarious.
I don't get it.
Whatever, Morgan, damn troll.
No, I legitimately don't get it. Why is what?
It's like they make it more kid friendly, right? So instead of "you wouldn't like me when I'm angry," so instead of saying the word angry, they make it a more kid friendly word, like cheesed.
What does cheesed even mean?
Means like, haven't you ever heard like back in the day people be like, "I'm so cheesed right now," or cheesed off? I've heard.
Anybody use
I've heard
cheese.
that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that's a thing. So, just FYI there for you, Morgan. But the Lord of the Rings one is by far so far the one I'm most impressed with. Because I was like, okay, when I saw it, I was like, all right, they're going to have voice actors from, from the, like, that will do, somewhat close to the movie's dialogue. And then, but they actually take the audio clips from the movie and they just, like, act the Lego stuff around it, which is really cool. That's really good. I think actually that's the one I'm going to do my next video game review on, is the Lord of the Rings Lego. But, yeah. Seems pretty neat.
By the way, Brent, my Clash of Clans is now not working at all.
You jinxed it.
Sit down.
Haha!
I think
me today.
Clash them
they're
clans,
patching
bitch!
or something.
They must be doing something.
April 29th, it's International Patch Day. There's patches for every game. It's gonna fuck up everything. The internet's just down. What will all the nerds do?
Actually, I'm patching on League of Legends too. We're just gonna.
They're like, what will I do? God. What else is I gotta say? I've been playing a lot of D3 lately. That's been really fun doing riffs. I've got really shit legendaries lately though. It's been really depressing. Besides that, just the WoWs and all that stuff. Them internets.
Gonna be bored and download D3.
You should play it. Honestly, the pre-patch that they made was fucking phenomenal, and also like the expansion's actually really well done. But yeah, Crusader's such an overpowered class.
I downloaded it and then deleted it.
Hey,
And then I gotta re-download it.
Actually, now that I think of it,
I had to
have
delete it.
all downloaded.
yeah, you know what? Me and
Delete it in order to restart my computer.
me and Morgan were contemplating. Well, I don't know. I was telling Morgan about this idea. I don't know if he actually wants to do it. I shouldn't say we were contemplating because I totally came up and was like, we should do it.
I want to make the worst character and
Yeah.
try to get as far as possible.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have start a Let's Play Diablo video that we're gonna try to do once a week for like I don't know, half an hour to an hour, depends on what we decide to do. But we're gonna make
Half an hour would not be enough time.
yeah. So basically, anyways, what we're doing is we're actually gonna make hardcore characters, Brent, and start from level 1 and see how far we can get.
I might be down with that if you guys want 3.
For me,
Oh
it
my
would be very
God.
hard.
That'll actually be sweet. If it's the 3 of us, that'd be pretty awesome. All right, well, you guys have that to look forward to now. Once more, yeah, Morgan's excited. You guys should all be excited. Yay! But yeah, and we also have another Kyle and Brent play WoW coming out this week, as well as another Diablo 3 Let's Play. We're gonna run some rifts again with some of our guild from WoW, and well, I guess ND3. But yeah, so that'll be fun.
Re-download Diablo.
Yeah, so you should start doing that like now, cause
I actually am right now. I'm just
damn rights you are.
It's gonna.
Oh, now that you said that, I don't
Diablo
want.
patch just like raped my computer
Yeah.
when I was downloading it. I don't know why.
I'm not too worried. I'm downloading League of Legends at the same time.
I I just looked at there's a what's called there's a guy at a guild and it's called his guild's called North Korea Best Korea. God. Them gold farmers though, right? I was reading some Tinder
man.
pickup lines that are funny today. Sorry. Go ahead. Did you break the internet, Morgan?
No.
You're like you're like you started saying something and then you just stopped. God. Just,
Oh yeah, some League of Legends finished.
yeah, there you go. See? Doing stuff, bro. Doing stuff.
Oh,
Totally got into Hearthstone.
Brent's life is complete.
Yep.
Hey, so Brent, what do you want to run this week for Let's Play? Are we gonna do you want to do Molten Core Blackwing Lair and maybe AQ? Go old school on everybody?
Yes.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
I don't
I
know,
really should cancel my WoW account.
You should have like bought the expansion, Morgan, and got a free level
Should've
90. And then
not. I didn't want to spend the money.
I know, you cheap bastard. You should have bought it and then you could have chilled with us at level 9 and you could have played with us too. That would have been sweet.
Yeah, except I wouldn't know what I was doing because I'm terrible.
Well, put it this way. For one, you wouldn't need to know what you're doing because you'd be level 90 and the stuff we're running is like level 60 and 70 content. So even if you
What?
auto-attack, you'll kill things.
I'm gonna download or
or you could
re-download
just
WoW,
roll
and
a
I'm gonna make.
hunter, and you'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make. What are they? Rogues? Yeah, I'm gonna make a rogue.
God. Yeah. When I tell him about when I tell Morgan about the D3 idea about doing hard, he's like, "What's the worst class to play?" I was like, "Probably Witch Doctor." He's like, "I'm gonna make a Witch Doctor and see how far I can get."
I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about making a witch doctor.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Both go witch doctors.
Okay, you guys shouldn't. What you guys should
All
do?
three of us go witch doctors.
No way. I'm gonna go barbarian because I'm gonna be like tanky and try to take the damage and pull people in. We need like one of you should go mage and one of you should go witch doctor if you really want to do witch doctor.
Yeah, just witch doctor.
Because
Witch
then you could go you can go like mage and then we could just what I can do is I can do my ground stomp thing and like pull everybody in and stun them and then you guys can just like AoE the shit out of them. But we'll see what happens. But anyways,
Goats, McGoats.
totes and goats.
Oh god. Did you really just say totes my goats?
They just
Yeah.
say totes making goats. It's goats that are from McDonald's and they're in totes.
them Mick goats, right? Jeez. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh, whoops! Like something broke. That's always great with a Diablo installation.
So I always love when they give you when technology gives you really unhelpful errors. Like something went wrong. It's like wow, no shit. My game didn't install. I kind of got that already. Oh,
Install.
I'm gonna go with the Celestials. And I'm totally gonna get this new Azu. He's at fucking 10%, Brent. I'm totally gonna get like a shot on
Oh,
him
yeah,
before he
I
dies.
forgot it's Tuesday. I gotta do all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this while we were doing the podcast, because
Guys,
work smarter, not harder, right? Oh, okay. You always have to make it awkward. Smart harder. What?
You. That sounds disgusting.
Oh, I was reading his best of Tinder pickup lines, and this guy's like, you kind of remind me of Medusa, and the girl's like, I don't know how to interpret that, and he's like, because when I stare at you, I get all hard. Yeah, some of the Tinder pickup lines are fucking hilarious. Some people on the internet, they just have no shame. They don't care. They just go right for it. Too hilarious.
I didn't know what Tinder was until I went to school.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone was on it, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is the thing.
I'm not gonna lie. I still don't really know what it is. I know it looks like some sort of texting thing, but I really have no clue.
It's
Like-
it's like a dating app, but it seems like most people use it just to get laid, like
Yeah.
not actually to date.
Yeah.
Alright,
See-
I'm gonna use it as a dating app.
God. I found what was it? God damn it. Oh yeah, like even my girlfriend, she had to show me what Snapchat was. I had no idea. She's like, yeah, I'm Snapchatting. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And then I was like, I felt so dumb. Like usually I'm pretty good with technology. She's like, set your pictures to 10 seconds. And I was like, okay, totally. And I was like looking through all the settings. And I was like, how the fuck do you turn this on? And then eventually I just gave up. I was like, Reedman, how do I turn it on? And she's like, when you go to take a picture, there's a little 3 in a circle. You just need to change it to 10. I was like, thank you. I was so embarrassed. I was like, fuck. But yeah, and like I don't know. There's so many
I'm gonna go
apps
on
and crap out
Tinder.
there.
I'm gonna go
Do you
on
guys?
Tinder and just
Okay,
like
sorry.
for my pickup lines, I'll be like, boner, or are we just having fun? I'll get what?
Just don't make any sense. And I don't know what this Badu thing is either. Apparently that's another thing.
My game
Stuff.
time expired. Okay, sweet.
Oh, noob.
That's fun. I don't actually have to download WoW.
Sounds like
cool.
you have a lot of downloading in your future.
Yeah, I had
Nice.
to literally delete every single thing on my computer because I had to reinstall Windows.
You have really bad luck with your computer lately. Like Titanfall fucked you pretty
Bad luck
hard.
with every.
Oh my
What
god.
was the story with Titanfall? Kyle told me sort of about that.
It just
but what
doesn't
happened?
work on both my computers, and it makes me angry, and I want to break it.
Basically, I'll paraphrase.
Doesn't work properly with NVIDIA drivers.
Yeah.
That's basically the problem.
That's
There
kind
is-
of a big deal.
Yeah, well, he said there was a lot of tearing and everything else, and like it was just not working at all. So then he like was on like the phone support, and they're like, "Do you like have you got these ports enabled?" And he's like, "Well, it shouldn't fucking matter." And like eventually he like was like, they're like, "Yeah, well, if that doesn't work, then we don't really know what's wrong." And he went to go he tried to return it, and they're like, "Yeah, we can't really do anything, but like we can give you $15 off your next purchase." So basically,
15%.
yeah, sorry, 15%. Sorry. Yeah, I was like, is it $15 a percent? I'm like, I'm gonna, yeah, I'm gonna go with dollars. Then I was like, I don't know if it was dollars or fucking percentage, but yeah. So basically, that's all he got, and he's still stuck with a game that doesn't work.
I got a free Dawngate beta code, but you can literally just sign up and get the beta code instantly.
I don't even know what that game
So,
is, but
It's similar to League of Legends, I think. I don't really know. I didn't play
I
it.
never even heard of
so
that.
excuse me. Yeah, because that's what
really
we,
waste my time.
because that's what we need, right? More games like League of Legends.
Yep.
Game with the fucking
More
worst
awesome.
community ever.
There's probably a game
Yeah,
with
but-
a worse community.
I, you know what? I challenge you. I challenge the internet actually to find a game with a worse community than League of Legends. Because every single person I've talked to, Call of Duty has actually, considering the story that was in the news not long ago with the guy who like got destroyed in Call of Duty and he was so pissed off that he fucking called the SWAT team on his opponent like in real life, and like the SWAT team was like around his house and his family was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, oh, how pissed would you be? Like you have to.
Laugh my ass off.
Like I would have laughed, but like, imagine how angry that kid was that he actually like. I don't even know what he did. Like if he called in like a bomb threat or like what, but like he got a SWAT team at this kid's house, and they like were at the door and
He's a
everything else.
terrorist or something.
Yeah,
That's
There
like
i-
almost impressive.
yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie, that is like a whole new like level of fucking nerd rage. But ugh, I don't know how you do
You
it.
know what I was doing?
Probably downloading something.
It was gonna be, I think. I don't remember what.
Probably, maybe.
Probably at Hearthstone right now.
Oh, error.
You're winning or losing?
Winning.
Well, yeah, I guess. I was gonna say, of course you're.
Have
What? You know what?
used-
I
I'm getting an
done
error
do
from
this.
trying to shut up. I'm getting an error from trying to install Diablo, and it's like, this error may be
Remember
caused
the
by
day
problems with
Diablo
media
came
or
out?
drive.
And me
That's unknown.
and Kyle were all like, "Yeah, we're gonna play Diablo," and then my game just like was like, "Nope, we're gonna have 1,000 errors and not play Diablo."
Like, oh, you thought you were gonna play Diablo?
Yeah.
They just laughed at you. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I know Brent. I know you lost a lot of love for Diablo 3, but I don't know. I think it's still a pretty good game. It's pretty cool.
It's all right.
Have you heard not Brent, Morgan, have you heard how JP JP refers to Diablo 3? He's like, Diablo 3 is like that like old-time girlfriend who just wronged you so hard and you never ever want to go fucking back, and like he got so angry, so heated about it when I mentioned that there's an expansion. He's like, no. He's like, I went there, I was so excited, and he's like, it fucking was a slap in the face. I waited so long for that. He's like, it was like a girlfriend who cheated on me. That's what it was. He says, it's like a girlfriend that cheated on me. I'm so wronged, I never even want to fucking see her again. And now he totally plays again, which is really funny. But yeah, it's actually really good. So that's why I'm
This
excited.
is supposed to send a friend a link on Facebook, but I don't remember what their name actually is on Facebook.
Who was that again?
I have a friend request from who?
From who?
Nope, don't wanna accept that one.
AsianGoldFarming.com.
Yeah.
Find a ChineseLover.com.
We were joking about that one day because Brent was you were talking to your girlfriend, Brent, and she was talking about how, like, yeah, like, all the girls that you meet in game. And I was like, what was it, lustyleague.org? And, like, I just had, like, I made up, like, every, it was wowhorse.net. I forgot, I had a couple other ones, too.
Oh, Persian Wife Finder.
Well, bonus! It's, you're like, dude, it's free communication weekend. So excited.
And I gotta unfriend a lot of people on Facebook that I don't talk to.
Sometimes, like, I friend, like, everybody, even if it's, like, someone I don't really know, but it's always, like, tentative. I'll friend everybody that I know, but the second that their statuses get fucking stupid or they, like, really piss me off with their statuses, I'm like, nope, you're gone. Like, there's this one girl I went to school with, and she fucking had the dumbest statuses of all time, all the time. And, like, she was, like, publicly shaming her boyfriend, basically. Like, I get what he did was really shitty, but I don't know. It's not one of those things, like, it's kind of shitty. It makes you almost a shittier person for fucking, like, like, rubbing his face all over Facebook. Like, she was going to have a birthday dinner, and she's like, blah, blah, like, can't go to, like, for my birthday dinners, like, like, my boyfriend will make me pay. And they're like, well, why, like, because they were going to some fancy restaurant. It was, like, really expensive, right? She's like, well, why don't... She's like, well, you know what? The sad thing is that even if it was McDonald's, he'd still make me pay. I was like, wow, I'm sure he's going to be your boyfriend for so much longer.
Yeah, if you're at that point, you might as well just dump him.
You're like, fuck. Yeah, no shit, like, I think it makes me mad. Like, I understand, like, when you fall in love with someone, that, you, like, go above and beyond, and even if they're pissing you off, you try to... But, like, at that point, like, fuck, what are you even doing? Like... It's like, yeah, I love you so much that would make you feel like the biggest piece of shit on the internet and post it on my Facebook wall. Like, ugh, piece of garbage. But anyways, that's a whole other kind of anger that I have. Facebook rage.
What are we at time-wise?
I have fucking no idea. Do you guys have anything else to talk about, actually?
Half an hour.
Not really, no.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about either.
Like I said, I'm just not looking like crazy. I haven't even paid attention to life.
I don't even live, bro.
Yeah.
This
For all I
hunter's
know,
killing
the
me.
rest of the world could have, like, been bombed and just, like, nothing left.
Wait,
Yeah.
the rest of the world is bombed? What?
There's actually only Winnipeg and Edmonton that's left. Everything else is
Yeah.
blown up.
Oh shit, man. That explains why I haven't talked to any of my friends. in days.
Survivors. God. Can you believe? Okay, so Brent, I have to. This is my other big outrage. So, fucking Jay-Z is coming to Winnipeg, right?
And Beyonce.
Yeah, and Beyonce, and Beyonce. No, but okay, I understand. Like, the fucking tickets were kind of expensive, which, I mean, it's Jay-Z and Beyonce. I'm not really surprised. But the floor tickets for this event, because I think it's at the stadium, is it not, Morgan? I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh.
It's Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Yeah. Well, I've seen it, like, all over Facebook. But anyways, I'm pretty sure it's at the stadium. So it's like like the Bomber Stadium. It's pretty nice. Like, they just did it. But the fucking floor tickets for it, like the actual ones on the field, are $500 a person. I'd be like, fuck that. Like, man, I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want to deal with that shit. I couldn't. I don't know. I don't think there's any artist out there that can warrant paying $500 just to go see them. Like, if for $500, I better get, like, a meet and greet and anything and everything that I could possibly want signed.
When I saw AC/DC, I paid $350 for...
See,
It was still in a seat. It was fairly far down, though, and I think that was worth it. It was a fucking amazing concert.
yeah, like, I'll give you AC/DC. Like, I'm not a super huge AC/DC fan, but I will give you the fact that they are, like, notorious for putting on great shows. Like,
Yeah.
their stage and, like, everything else, like, their stage presence, even though they're, like, quite a bit older, they're fucking fantastic from what I've heard.
Yeah, that was a fucking awesome show.
Yeah, but Yeah, you know what? Some artists they give you a good show for your money, and other ones don't really. You know, it's unfortunate, but the way the world works. Like I remember, I went and saw Brand New at the Burton Cummings, or no, was it? No, it was the Garrick, and it's a super small venue. Like you can, it's like a small auditorium from like a high school, but well, maybe a bit bigger than that. But I went there and it was awesome. Like they played every song. Like they would play. There was 3 albums that they had that they really played a lot of their songs from, and like they'd play one from one album, then one from the next album, then one from the next album. Like they played through like everything, and it was like such a cooler experience because it felt like such a, I don't know, for lack of better words, if it was more of like an intimate thing, right? Like you actually had like a close, like, you know, close with the band and everything else, and like you could hear everybody talking and like everything else. It wasn't very impersonal. Like it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it actually. But
That sounds badass.
yeah, and then I think the last concert I went to was like Maroon 5 and Train, which is still really good. It was at the MTS Center, so like it was stupidly overpriced, and you know, but it was pretty okay. I didn't mind it. Maroon 5 actually put on a really really good show, but in Train I didn't realize how old Train was until because I was like looking around. I'm like, there's a lot of like older people here, like in their like 50s. So I was very confused, and then I saw them. I'm like, now I get it. But yeah. I don't know. That's all I really got, guys. I don't really have much else. You guys got anything?
Mm, no.
We finished the podcast, or are we still talking? I
We're
don't know
no,
anymore.
we're still on the podcast. This is still a thing.
Okay.
Oh my god! You sound like so like so distraught. Like, oh, seriously, guys. But anyways,
My TV.
yeah. All right, guys. It's another week, another podcast. We'll be back this time next week. Look out for our other videos, the Kyle and Brett Let's Play WoW and our Let's Play D3. And soon, whenever Morgan gets his D3 up and Brett ever decides to come back to D3, we'll do our new Let's Play Hardcore thing. So yeah, see you later, guys.